I'm pleased to announce our second inductee, Chris Smith. He's being inducted into the Upper Iowa Athletics Hall of Fame as an athlete. Yay, Chris. Chris graduated from Upper Iowa in 2015 with a degree in exercise science. One of the most decorated players in Peacock football history, Smith earned NSIC Offensive Newcomer and Player of the Year honors in 2011 and went on to become a three-time All-NSIC and three-time All-Region running back. He is Upper Iowa's all-time leader in rushing yards, 4,347, and touchdowns, 45. Those marks rank among the best ever in the Northern Sun Conference history. Despite battling injuries as a senior, he rushed for 1,144 yards and 19 touchdowns, the second highest single-season total in program history. Since graduation, Smith has served as a police officer at the University of Northern Iowa in Cedar Falls, go Panthers, and he remains heavily involved in youth athletics, coaching football, baseball, and soccer. Smith and his wife, Addie, have been married for 9 years and are the proud parents of 3 children, Braxton, Baylor, and Bowie. Please welcome to the stage the all-time rushing leader in Peacock football history, Chris Smith. You got to get a picture taken.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Great to see you. I wish I could have seen you before.
Here we go. I'll hold this till you're done. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Smith, and I was part of the 2015 class of Upper Iowa football. I had the honor of playing running back for 4 years at Upper Iowa University, and it's an honor to be on the stage today. And I wouldn't be here without the help of quite a few people I'm going to mention tonight. First, I gotta mention my number one fan, my mom. There's not enough time in the world to give you enough thanks for all the things that you've done for me. Being a parent, I learned very quickly how much I took for granted what you did. You found a way to never miss an athletic event and always got me where I needed to be, no matter how little sleep you had or how many other events you were running around to with my brothers. You always had everything ready to go, and I didn't even want to think about the amount of time you spent getting stains out of all my 4 different jerseys and making sure that we had everything ready for the next day. You always knew where to find equipment that we lost between me and my brothers just the minute before it was game time. And you always kept me prepared and would push me on those days when I really didn't want to practice or really didn't want to go to games. I can't thank you enough for the thousands of miles you've driven to take me from practices to campus visits and to all my college games. Second off, I want to thank my dad. You've instilled my love of sports very early on, and especially football. My favorite day growing up was always Sunday, believe it or not. I remember watching every NFL game with my dad on a Sunday. As soon as noon hit, you know where to find Dad and I. Right in front of the living room TV. But you didn't stop at just watching. You'd always take my brothers and I outside and play catch. And I have to say, I had to learn pretty damn quickly how to catch a ball using my hands because you didn't have much touch with the football. My brothers and my dad and I would compete nonstop, whether it was one-on-one in the street running routes, basketball or soccer or baseball, and you all really helped push me to be the best at whatever I did. Next up on the list, my grandma Bev was also here. Thank you for always supporting me in every way in my life. I'm so thankful that you were able to come to all my games from junior high to college. You were hands down my loudest cheerleader. I know you always joked about that. And no matter how big the crowd was, I could always hear your voice, believe it or not. And you did give me that extra motivation that I always needed. And next, there's too many people to thank, but I was so blessed here at Upper Iowa University, and I had amazing coaches and teammates. We had a great group of not just football players, but people surrounding me while I was here. I wasn't always the most outgoing or quick to make friends, but everybody made me feel at home pretty dang quick. There was a time my freshman year when I was planning on transferring and getting out of Fayette, Iowa, as I was from Milwaukee, which is just a little bit bigger than Fayette. There was a special group of people that changed that very quickly, like I said. And first, the coaches here, Coach Frana, who's not here today, Dave Barkley, and Coach Shea. They gave me an early opportunity and put their trust in me to become an impact player from the start as a freshman. They took the time to help me develop quickly into a better player in person, and I can't thank them enough for that. And to all my teammates, they did their best to make sure that I felt like one of the group always from the start. They always extended invites to hang out, whether it was a late night poker game or watching the big fight on TV. Always had a spot at lunch for me, and most importantly, the families. They made me feel like one of their own. I'll never forget the feeling of walking off of Harms Eyeshide Field after a win and walking through that tailgate area and meeting all the families, giving everybody hugs, eating great food and laughing, having a couple drinks until the sun came up. I can't tell you how grateful I am that I stayed at Upper Iowa and how lucky I was to be a part of this football program. And last but most importantly, I have to thank God for putting me where I needed to be, even when I didn't want to be here at times. I quickly learned that He had the plan for me, and I was wrong. Without Him, I wouldn't be standing on the stage today. I wouldn't have met the wonderful people that I met at Upper Iowa and the people that I've created lifelong bonds with that have helped me achieve many things. It was no accident that I came to Fayette, Iowa, and I stayed here. I wouldn't have met who would become my new #1 supporter, my wife, Addison. And I'm lucky that I had the teammates that helped me make me look good enough in front of you to keep you around for 14 years. I can't thank you enough for all the love and support you gave me back then and continue to do so today. I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out tonight and supporting Upper Iowa. I want to say congrats to Derek and Cole on their amazing achievement. And let's all celebrate and enjoy one another good night in Fayette. Thank you.